Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week it is the Duelmasters Bolshack Dragon. Now, right off the bat, instead of talking about the figure, I'm just going to point out, if you can hear a fan thing in the background, it's the oven fan. I've got no choice but to shoot this right now, and dinner is cooking at the same time. It sounds loud to me. I don't know if it's loud to you, but yeah, it's the only opportunity I've got to shoot a video at the moment, so I have to take it. And also, I suppose right off the bat, I know like nothing about this. I did watch some of Duelmasters, but not really much of it in that in a way that I would say I paid attention. It was just sort of mindless entertainment to me, and I didn't buy it because I was a fan of Duelmasters or anything. I bought it because I was playing like Warhammer 40k, and I thought, well, this thing looks like a giant demon, and I'm just going to use it as a giant demon thing, and in the tabletop version of the game, sort of, more sort of RPG style version of the game. So it was my representative of like a massive chaos demon. It is a very large figure, though. I will say that. I picked it up off Trade Me along with another Duelmasters figure that I don't actually know the name of. From what I can tell, this guy takes batteries and should have like sound and light effects. I have put batteries in it and I've taken them out again because the only thing that was working was the light feature. So from what I understand, when you press down on the head like that, it's meant to make a sound, like a roaring sound or something. And I suspect it's also the way that the missile that would have come with it would have fired, and that could be why it doesn't make any, like any sound effect. The lights do still work in the hand, but like they're not going to show up properly, and they're really just lights. So yeah, articulation wise, he doesn't have a lot. He's got movable wings that sort of fold in and out, and they are like very nicely sculpted. I'll get to them. He's got arms that move up to and down to there. He's got like movable armor that goes sort of up and down, but not really, on the shoulder there. So you get sort of that much distance on the hands, or on the arms I should say. And this hand does rotate, so it's got a full like 360 thing. The mouth opens. If I show you there, you might be able to see that there's a hole at the back where the missile went, and he's got sort of leg rotation of a tiny amount. The tail I think does turn a little, but it's not much, and I'm not sure if I've got these parts on right. Like, I tried looking it up, and it's like, yeah, there's really not a clear image. Most people seem to have those folded back, others had them folded upwards. On this one, there's one that's like broken, so I think when I originally got it, I tried to like spin them up, and it just snapped. It has got like the old sort of He-Man feature, so if you turn it to the side it will swing forward, and it's just hitting the tail at the back, I should say, like that loud crack noise. It's nothing but hitting that tail at the back. That's not breaking anything. So, if I keep my arm underneath it, it just sort of swings forward. Yeah, so there we go. That's the one that's broken. So it's still got the thing, and I suspect it probably should be up this way, but it just moved in that particular way. This is where you put the batteries in. That's 3 AAA batteries. This thing is actually, like, you know, really nicely sculpted out and stuff. It's really nice tubing. Obviously to carry, like, the electrical thing. So yeah, so like it does have a thing where you, like, it looks like it can spin around, so you could have them up sort of that way, but the sound they make when trying to twist them is what makes me think that maybe they're meant to face down or something. You can sort of see, like, where the join for the wings are. I looked for buttons on it and stuff, but I couldn't find any buttons. Oh, and there is, amazingly, like an ankle swivel. So, like, you know, you can see that it's really nicely detailed as a figure, and, like, you know, come in here, like the wings actually have like a really nice scale pattern and stuff. I'll try to get that one there. Like, they're full on, like, proper detail and stuff. So it was a pretty amazing looking thing. It certainly worked well as like a you know, my giant chaos demon looking thing. But yeah, I never got the sounds to work on it, if the sounds still worked. I can see that there's a little sort of speaker thing here, here in the chest, so I'm guessing that's where the sound should come from. But yeah, it just doesn't make any noise if I try to use it. And this hand doesn't rotate, but you can sort of see inside it's got like little marks where the lights are. So this hand lights up, and I suspect if it was dark it would light up the whole hand sort of thing. But because it's not dark, when it lit up, it basically just lit up this palm piece. And, you know, it looked interesting. It's you know, it's a nice sort of display piece. And it is, you know, very, very large. I don't really have anything to compare it to. Well, I mean, you know, your box of Kleenex tissues there. It's sort of shows the size, you know. It's taller than a box of tissues. Since it's the only thing in, you know, in arm's reach that has some sort of measurement to it. So yeah, I think it's really cool and stuff. It's kind of dusty because it's been stored out in the garage and that, and the, you know, the batteries have been out of it for ages. So, you know, maybe the sound aspects of it have just given up over time. But he is a very cool look. I'm saying he, I'm assuming that it's a male. Like I said, I didn't really watch Duelmasters. I don't know if they're male or female. It looks like a male. It is a very cool looking figure. And the amount of detail that's on it, I think, is pretty phenomenal. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.